everyone, welcome to today's cool down routine. Today I have 10 static stretches for us to go through. This is the perfect finisher for any kind of workout. We will be stretching the full body today. Make sure you are still a little bit warm before getting into the stretch routine because we will be doing static stretches. You want to make sure your muscles are still warm and a little bit elastic to prevent injury. So make sure your screen is visible and your volume's up because I'll be talking you through the stretches. So without further ado, let's get into the stretch. Okay, so the first stretch we're going to do is for the hamstrings. We're going to have a nice wide stance. We're going to keep our back neutral, push the hips back, and from here we're just going to hang. Nice deep breaths. Deep breaths allow the body to relax and to stay loose. You don't want to be tense and your stretches shouldn't hurt. So if you feel any pain, make sure to release that stretch right away. If you want to go a little deeper, you can try widening your stance. That will allow you to get a little bit deeper in the stretch. As you exhale with your stretches, you can try to sit a little bit deeper into it. All right, coming back up. From here, we're gonna go into lateral lunge stretches. So I'm gonna take a nice big step to the side. I'm sitting into my heel. Just go as low as you can. Again, your stretch shouldn't hurt. You should just feel a nice stretch. And we're gonna rotate sides. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you sit into the stretch. Try to keep your chest proud so your back stays neutral. One more each side. All right, from here I'm coming back to the center of my mat. I'm gonna have my stance a little bit wider than my shoulders, and I'm gonna sit into a nice deep squat. I'm gonna have my elbows inside of my knees, and I'm gonna push my knees apart with my hands, and I'm just gonna rock from side to side. So the more narrow you have your stance, the less of a stretch in the hip flexors you'll feel. And the wider you have your stance, the more difficult it will be. Just be gentle when you're rocking back and forth. Again, nothing should hurt. It should just feel like a nice light stretch. A few more deep breaths. All right, coming back up, shake out the hips. From here, we're gonna get into a half nail position. So whichever knee is on the ground, we're gonna squeeze the glutes and raise the same hand overhead. Keeping the glutes engaged, I'm gonna lean to the opposite side. So you should feel that stretch in your hip flexor, maybe all down your side. As you inhale, you can come to the center. Exhale, deepen the stretch just a little bit. Switch legs. So don't forget, squeeze the glutes so the hips extend forward. And exhale, reach to the opposite side. All right, from here we're gonna stay in this position. Whichever leg is forward, I'm just gonna bring that out to about a 45-degree angle. And I'm gonna lean in towards that heel. And again, same as the other one. As you inhale, I'm going to come back to the center. Exhale, sit nice and deep into the stretch. And other side. So knee can start out in front, then out to a 45-degree angle. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, sit into the front heel. Okay, back to the center of our mats. We're gonna stay on the floor. We're gonna get into tabletop position. So this position right here. And we're gonna do cat-camel, or some people call it cat-cow. So we're gonna work on mobility in the spine. So I'm gonna start with a nice deep breath in. Exhale, arch the spine as far as I can to the ceiling. Trying to bring my hip bones into my shoulders or into my chin. Keep the belly button high. And then we're going to extend the opposite way. And you just want to hold each position just for a couple seconds. All right, we're transitioning onto our bums now, and we're gonna get into a figure 4 position, or 90-90. So each knee is at 90 degrees, so there's a little box in front of you, and you're just gonna lean forward to your front leg, and you should feel the stretch in your front leg glute. So again, I'm trying to keep my spine neutral, because that allows more stretch in my glutes on the bottom leg. As I inhale, I might come up a bit. Exhale, deep stretch. And we're going to transition out to the opposite side. Create that little box in front of you. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, leaning forward to feel that stretch in the glute. Remember, stay relaxed in your stretch. Sometimes you might be tense without realizing it. So really just try to stay relaxed. All right, from here, we're getting into our crab stretch. So hands go below the shoulders, knees at about 90 degrees. I'm gonna push my hips up. You can have a bit of a wider stance for balance. From here, I'm gonna take one hand, start with this one, and reach all the way behind me. So I'm squeezing my glutes to get my hips high, pushing the ground away from me, I'm reaching behind. Just gonna hold that, come down, and do the opposite side. Remember to deep breathe. And back down. Other side. And one more time with the other side. Okay, coming back down to our mats. We're going to stretch out our lats. So back into tabletop position. From here, I'm going to take one hand, point my thumb to the ceiling, and I'm going to push my front hand in front of me, pushing my chest to the ground, keeping my hips nice and high, and you should feel that stretch in your lats on your side here. A few deep breaths. Coming back up, other hand, thumb to the ceiling, and I'm extending my arm in front of me, reaching. and back up to center. Lastly, I'm just gonna sit on my heels comfortably like so. We're gonna stretch out our neck a bit. So be very gentle with your neck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one hand with the opposite, grab one hand, reach to the opposite side of my head, and remember to stay relaxed as you do this. I'm just going to bring my ear close to my shoulder and just assist the stretch just a little bit. Deep breath. Again, this should not be painful. This should just feel like a really light stretch. Let's switch hands. You should feel that stretch along your neck into kind of your traps here. You can try to pull your shoulders away down from your ears at the same time. That might deepen the stretch a bit. And release that. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me for today's cool down. I feel super zen and relaxed right now. I hope you guys are feeling the same. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.